Welcome back, everyone, to more Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Woohoo!
Me and Jamie back. We are in Flying Battery Zone. That's it, Part 8. So I'll just say this is probably one of my favourite stages. Two things. I like the theme. It's a weird name, but regardless, I like the fortress. I like the design of it for a retro side anyway. The music is kick-ass, and it's got a decent layout. It's got multiple layouts, so you can choose whether you want to go for the dangerous bottomless pit, or whether you want to stay up high and run around like a madman. So I kind of like it. It's got a lot of little secrets. It's got obviously got these cylinder tube things from Sonic 2 and that. So yeah, I like it overall. I'll just put it out there.
Yeah, I can't really comment on the level because I've never played it, so...
No, which is ironically enough fair enough, to be fair. But I will just put this out there. Basically, for anyone who's wondering, how recording is going to work from now on, it's going to be basically, if I have the time to record, I will. If Jamie has the time to record, he will. And if Mark does, then yippee-ki-yay, we'll record. But it's just, we don't have the time, and our schedule's all over the place. So it's just going to be, if I can record and I can get Mark or Jamie with me, I will. Obviously I mainly want them obviously for the team let's plays, otherwise it'd be kind of pointless if I was the only one in the team let's play, because it wouldn't be a team let's play. But when I get them in, I will. But it's unlikely to be both of them at the same time. So it's either going to be probably me and Jamie one time, me and Mark another time. It's just, folks, we have lives. we don't, unfortunately, we just can't have the time to do as much as we did maybe a year ago or so. I mean, to be fair, it's been quite, I would say, I've been on YouTube longer than I have done this, been on the GameBustersUK, but I think we must have been on for nearly 2 years, maybe even 3 years now. It's gone pretty quick, to be fair. Didn't seem that long, really, but I mean, I guess considering how much content we've thrown out, but yeah, it's gone quite quick. And obviously we don't have Leon anymore, so it's just it's just a trio now. But not really much to say about Flying Battery Zone. It's a bit tricky. It's not too bad though. Trying to think. Yeah, multiple pathways. So the sky's your limit. There's some places that you can't go with Sonic. You can only go if you're Tails or if you're Knuckles. Mainly Knuckles, but there are some places that Tails can kind of like fly through and stuff. But yeah, overall it's decent layout. The mini boss coming up isn't really that hard. When I first played it, I thought it was clever, which Jamie will soon see, but it's not. It's one of those ingenious. Ow! Yeah, I got crushed here.
Bit of a fail.
I can't remember what happened there. I think I touched the platform, and then I forgot that if you touch the platform, it obviously goes down, and I just happened to be below it. I just didn't even think. I was like, okay, right, whatever, lovely. And I keep spin dashing into spikes and whatnot, like a moron. I don't know. Ugh. I think because at this point we don't have Hyper Sonic, but I think by the end of this video we will. There isn't many giant rings in this one, because like I say, we had like 6 in Mushroom Hill Zone, and that's pretty much 6 Chaos Emeralds done, or Super Emeralds, sorry. There's only, I think, well, as far as I know, there's 2, I think, maybe 3, like 2 in this act, and then one in the next act, I think. I don't know. I haven't found every one of them, but I found most of them, and as far as I know, there's that much. So they're kind of hard to find. I think one's here actually. You wouldn't think to push this spike, but you can actually move it,
Oh,
and there's a special stage. So yeah, they throw little tricks like that in this level. Push a spike block. There's hidden passages and stuff. So you wouldn't think to do it, or normally.
no.
Me personally, I just dumb luck. I just found it out. Literally,
Oh, right.
it was in my way. I was like, damn, if only I could push it. And then I did, and I was like, wow, okay, I wasn't actually expecting that. So, yeah. Okay, now this special stage is the last one, and okay, this was probably the hardest special stage for me. It was. I don't know if I'd say that now, but I don't know why. But I don't know. Call it me being young. I don't know. But when I was like a kid first playing this, I used to derp out so hard. I'd look at this and make it more complicated than it actually was, and I would like try to jump over a load of red spheres, even though I'm probably gonna get game over. And like, this must be the only way. I didn't think. I don't know why. It didn't acknowledge me. Basically, most of the time you are literally just running because in these special stages you run automatically. You can't control it. You can only control the direction you're going, so you can't stop Sonic at all.
Yeah.
The springs will knock you back, and obviously knock you into things. Now, what I failed to understand is that the gimmick in this level is that when the spring does push you, they're doing it on purpose. So you're collecting two spheres, they push you back, and then you have to go back to a path that you couldn't go the first time or something. So, but I just couldn't work that out. I just thought, okay, they're throwing me in the path of red spheres. There's no way I can carry on. But I just didn't. I didn't think at all when I was a kid. But there you go. But anyway, yes, we get Hypersonic. If Supersonic wasn't OP enough, we've now got Hypersonic, which basically Hypersonic can break the game. And I mean literally, like it can glitch the game.
Really?
Yeah, there are two things that can glitch this game. Well, you have to really, 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 really try hard to glitch the game without using debug or hypersonic. With hypersonic, if you're not careful, you can accidentally glitch the game.
Okay.
To be honest, it's probably easier to deliberately glitch the game than it is to actually, accidentally glitch the game. But yeah, there's lots of tricks. There's this trick I believe with Hypersonic to get a blue Knuckles, and the red Sonic, Supersonic, Hypersonic. There's all sorts of different glitches. Because he's so fast and he can dash in the different directions, you can sometimes glitch the camera by like outrunning it and different things like that. I mean, I've even done it before. Like I say, it can be a bit more difficult. It's easier to do it in debug mode, of course, but debug mode's there to pretty much break the game anyway. But with Hypersonic, if you do certain things, like you're either too fast or you push something you shouldn't do and you mess up the camera, I don't know, that like the coding screws up, and then for some reason it black screens and then it fades back to the Sega screen. So you've somehow knocked yourself out of the level, gone back to the Sega screen, but then when you get to the title screen, it doesn't say Sonic 3 anymore, it says Sonic and Knuckles. You've somehow managed to jump to Sonic and Knuckles. But that's what happens with Hypersonic if you're not careful. Now this was the interesting boss I was saying. Normally these capsules, you just break them. This one was an actual mini-boss, which I thought was clever at the time.
That's quite odd.
I thought it was clever at the time, but he slowly loses his edge because he's really not that difficult at all. He hits himself, so you basically just got to wait for him to flash, then move out of the way. Done job. So he's really not that difficult. But to be fair, mini-bosses aren't really that difficult. They don't provide much challenge. There's probably only 2 mini-bosses, or maybe 3, Lava Reef, and probably kind of Sky Sanctuary, I guess, but more Death Egg Zone. Granted, Death Egg Zone is the last level, so that's fair enough. But all the other ones, no difficult really, or you know, don't know, just
Yeah.
nah. No, I think at this point, I think if I go down the bottom path because you know I want to be safe, and the other path I think is when it's the one where you're like on the bottomless pit. I've died so many times I just don't bother going that way. You can do, but there's no like. I don't think there's any special rewards. Personally, I think this one is better because you get like monitors later on and stuff, and you got this random grabbing machine. I think Sonic must think it's Superman. Superman. But yes. And by the way, I'm never playing a Superman game ever. I heard they're really bad. But
I was gonna say there hasn't been a decent one, has there?
nope.
But
Superman.
if they did make a decent one.
Superman 60. No, man, no. Not Superman 64. I've heard about
Bad
that
memories.
game. Yeah, I played it once as a joke, and wow, it's terrible, man. It makes a grown man cry. That game is just bad, man. Oh man, Red Ring. Well, not even Red Rings, just Rings. Rings of Doom. Jesus Christ. But there you go. But and now I will not do it. Well, I probably, if someone dared me to do it as a joke stream, I probably would. But honestly, I'd never touch that game again if I don't have to. It's just.
You'd never do a choice.
No, it's bad, man. It's just bad. There's one thing I don't get. When you're Hypersonic and you get that grabby thing, I'd thought they would have used his Hypersonic animation because it actually looks like it's flying. Instead, they go for the Superman animation, which don't make no sense. I don't know. It's like it's gliding or something, yeah. But yeah, Hypersonic's broken because obviously it's so faster than Supersonic. It can like break out boundaries and whatnot. You can actually break out of collisions as well. Jump to different parts of the zone, make it loop itself so much that you can make copies of the mini boss and different things like that. He has kind of like a chaos blast, which is a shadow the Hedgehog thing, so he blows everything around it. But Hypersonic had it first, so you don't really notice it, but if you do your dash, there's like a little flash, and I never, for the life of me, never knew what it was till I was older, and I figured out all the enemies around you get destroyed. So yeah, it's actually essentially a chaos blast. So yeah, no homing attack unfortunately, but just like a super dash and whatnot. But yeah, his OP, you know, hands down. Of course, a bottomless pit would still kill him because he can't float, even though he technically look like it's floating and he can fly. But there you go, Doomsday Zone. But yeah. Oh, and here's the final last ring. It's right before the boss, actually. That's an easy one though. Any sort of like any path that like you can walk into the wall is normally a ring, I would say. So.
Yeah.
Now, spoiler alert. Unless off chance you've never played Sonic game, there are still people out there that watch our channel who haven't been much of a Sonic fan. I know. There's two phases to this boss, so there's actually essentially two bosses. This one's easy. All he does is just lure his laser. When he finishes flashing, he'll just destroy a part of the building, and the little barriers will close in and get smaller to try and, you know, squash you.
Yeah.
Eventually, he'll just destroy the flying fortress. So yeah, smart move, Eggman. You built a machine that can destroy your own flying battery. Oh no, my IQ of 300. My plan is foolproof. Well, no, it isn't. But yeah. And you may or may not, any Sonic 2 fans may have noticed that the boss is actually very similar to the boss in Egg Fortress Zone. The only difference is Egg Fortress Zone is harder because you have spokes in the way. But yeah, it's based off that. I don't know why, but it is. And then we've got a random platform that I guess because Eggman screwed things up, it's now floating and stuff. I don't know. But when that happens, Eggman comes out of nowhere and comes into this like weird grabby spike machine. Again, not too hard really. Try not to jump in the middle because he'll throw flames out. So just jump over him. But because I'm hypersonic, I'm just cheesing him anyway, so there's no difficulty. It's all good. And that's it, yeah. And Tails is, well, he was derping out there. He was kind of pushing the air. We're trying to push the camera back. Poor player 2 AI. Anyway, yep, let's go. Leave Tails. Oh, he caught up to me somehow. Somehow.